Hey YouTube, Coppersan here. One of my favorite thief classes, the Dual Blader, has finally been released in MapleStory Mobile. So today in this video we're taking this class for a spin, we're checking out the new events, and as always we're giving away a ton of codes which can be found all throughout the video. If you find one of these codes you can redeem them by going to the settings, that's at the bottom right, and then selecting account. Then at the bottom again you'll find a button that says enter coupon codes. Please only take one code so everyone gets their fair share. In MapleStory M, Dual Bladers are pretty different when it comes to their grinding and growth if you're familiar with their PC counterparts. On the PC version, Dual Bladers have 7 job advancements and they need to use mastery books for their lower level skills that actually used to cost money in the past. However, for the mobile version it looks like this class has somewhat been simplified and those additional job advancements have been streamlined into the normal job advancements, which is actually pretty dope. Another massive change and improvement in my opinion is that there doesn't seem to be any end delay when you're using the Flying Assaulter skill. On the PC version this skill has quite a long end delay and that can only be avoided by linking that skill to Tornado Spin or Bloody Storm, but on MapleStory M this class is just extremely smooth. But there is one massive change when it comes to how Dual Bladers mob in mobile. In the PC version, Dual Bladers grind by jumping across the map and using their Blade Fury skill. They make use of their excellent mobility to clear maps quickly, but on MapleStory M, Dual Bladers their Blade Fury turns into a Hurricane skill. This skill can be held down and Maples can move around with it, so when you're party grinding in a Star Force map, your character can just take one platform, you can hold down the skill and just move left and right. It does make grinding a lot easier, which is probably nicer for the mobile game, but it does take away some of the identity of the class I think. Now it just looks and plays like another Xenon. Besides that, Dual Bladers in MapleStory M are pretty okay. They're not the strongest, but definitely not the weakest either. Similar to their PC counterparts, I think they're excellent bossers thanks to their Phantom Blow bossing attack, their passives that allow them to apply a poison debuff, and their final cut skill increases damage when used and makes a Dual Blader invincible for a couple of seconds. Phantom Blow does hit multiple enemies on MapleStory M as well, making it okay to use during grinding when you're tired of spinning around. Dual Bladers, as their name suggests, can equip 2 types of daggers. However, I couldn't buy their secondary in the market and I cannot buy those meso boxes because that's blocked in my country. So I couldn't show this, but there's also a passive skill that grants additional damage depending on how many stars your secondary has. So that's a nice way of boosting your damage as well. Like always, with new classes there is another burning event active. For every level up, your character will level up 2 additional times, and this event works all the way up until level 120. There also is a growth support event where Maples can get various growth rewards depending on their level reached, and there is a secondary growth event where steps are completed depending on a certain amount of conditions being met, like reaching a certain level or clearing a certain dungeon a couple of times. That Dual Blader set over there actually looks pretty dope. And finally there is this Monster Park event. This event has 3 major components. One is a special safari that can only be joined on set times. Maples have to work together to defeat a spider that wants to steal Gold Richie's treasure. This is just a boss fight, but this boss does seduce Maples with his sexy spider body, making surviving pretty tough for our Dual Blader. Defeating this boss will reward you with Monster Park coins. The second part is this dungeon that can be entered a limited amount of times per day. This works similar to the regular PC version of Monster Park. Clear stages filled with monsters and get a massive amount of EXP when you finish all 4 stages within the time limit. This is pretty easy to complete, especially with all that event reward equipment that we're rocking. The third event has us treat all those poor monsters we beat up earlier. I'm so sorry my little friends. And if you don't give them the right treatment, they die right away. This minigame is too brutal, that looks so sad. But it does reward more coins, so we have to do it. Those coins can be used in the event store to purchase a ton of useful goodies. Just make sure to not be stupid like me and buy the level up potion on your burning character, because apparently those don't really mix together and you can't use the potion. This update also included some additional changes to the Fire Poison Mage, Shadower, Demon Avenger, Xenon, Crosshair, Nightlord, Demon Slayer, Bishop and Blaze Wizard. Looks like almost all classes got some of their skills buffed except for Blaze Wizard, who only had the end delay on one of his skills decreased. Hopefully those classes are a bit more viable now. And that was all I wanted to share about the latest MapleStory mobile update. I think the next class which will be released for MapleStory M is probably Pathfinder, but who knows. Maybe we'll get Kana and Hayato as well at one point. But anyway, that was all for today. Thank you so much for watching and enjoy the free gems. As always, many thanks to our members for making this video possible. Thanks to Niels de Coninck, Raar maar waar, Sebastian, Hanoy, FLX, Ryalias, Historycanon, Vareese, Dries, Zumker, Wiley, Francisco Sousa, Historycanon, BackSpaceOTI, ceemak, Saffronyx, Alonso, BG Extremes, Anwar NHI, Brandon, Frank Bouquet, Ziggy Deer, Flidiot, Beamer WT, Knifesu, Chen125, Cloudfix, Gusus Rodriguez, Sir QQ Morse, Froggy11, Sir Tito655, Grayson Lee, Lee, Riser RU, Brandon Cam, Vira, Bruno H, Trevor, Yuki436, Afterlord_MS, Sinfolido, Rathius, John Man, Lucky Beats, Justin Vale, Silvio Nato, Stevie Zhang, Yuruski TV, Soli Shinauda, Heopan, 20, Joshua Alvarez, Striker Elk, Nokam SS, Niu, Tai Duang Pan, Victor Sundstrom, Radicals the Alien, and Stanislaus Kusumo Begus. Thank you all so much for watching. Stay safe and happy mapling!